eyes. I think I've never drawn an eye like this since only on this page, but over here I figured out that it looks really weird. She looks like an alien, so I didn't really go further with this idea. Oh, here is another OC that I made. I've drawn her like 2 more times and abandoned her again. I'm sorry, I don't even remember her name. I don't think she had a name to begin with, but she was supposed to be a little cute witch. So that's this. Oh, here I was trying to figure out some hairstyles for another OC I was making, and his name was Victor. There should be another sketch with him. A blank page for no reason. Oh, here's Crisp again. These were the times when I was drawing her quite often and mostly in her female form. These days I tend to draw her more in her male form, so Crisp, I draw him way more now. Yeah, and stuff. Here is something. Here I was inspired by FNAF again. So it's a character with bunny ears. He's covered in blood. And he has a longer hair that is tied in a ponytail because, yeah. And with the purple around him, I'm sure it was supposed to be first like a bunny turned into a human or something like this, but that's how it looks like. I kind of like it still. Oh, and here is Sedosi Victor, but without a face yet. So here is Victor, his hair and outfit anyway, and because of this outfit he really reminded me of Papyrus. Tell me that it doesn't look like Papyrus. And here I was trying to draw a character from Yandere Simulator. So let's not talk about this too much. I don't engage in this game anymore as I used to when I was a kid, so... Here is another OC from the universe that Azael and Victor was. His name is Chris, and I've drawn him somewhere else. I'm sure of it, but I've kind of forgot that he existed, so he wasn't used very much. In this universe, this AU of Soul Eater died not long after this sketchbook, so... Ooh! Here is the page of my boy. He is my mascot. I use him as my mascot. He's my OC as well. Her, please get out of the way. His name is Tsushik, and here was the first sketch I did of him. I thought I probably was trying to draw either Yato from Noragami or something like this similar. I don't know. At least these eyes, ears, and overall this face reminded me of Yato when I was drawing it, but I don't know. Then I drew this thing over here, and then this one was born. And I colored it way later because I got some really cool crayons. Crayons? No! Colored pencils. I got some cool colored pencils from the same shop I got the sketchbook, Lidl, and I colored it later. And this little sketch I did way later as well. This doodle, he looks so cute. So Tsushik has overall really long hair. He often ties it at the back over here. He just has a normal long hair. Oh, and here is another Crisp in another AU alternate universe. This time it's My Little Pony and she's a hybrid. Another blank page, because why not? Oh, here is where Bendy and the Ink Machine came out. So of course I had to draw Crisp in AU, where she was either an ink demon or she was Bendy herself. I like how she looks over here as well. And I tended to put her in a lot of universes. Like over here she's in a Yandere Simulator universe for some weird reason, but I like how she looks like. And I drew her later in other sketchbook. Sketchbook 5, I think. Here is something, here's an idea that I wanted to make dolls that looked like my OCs, but it never really came to be. So let's just try to learn how to draw My Little Pony. I thought that maybe I could draw them as well. And I tried, but nothing really came out of it. It's not my thing to draw My Little Pony characters or characters that are styled like these. But here is my OC Crisp in her more pony form. She looks horrible. Here is another OC named Mint, and it's the only OC that I made being only pony, because I was supposed to draw him as a human, but never really got to it, and he doesn't have any ties with the universe that I have right now, so he's not the most important character, if I can say so. Oh, and here is the page where I show my disappointment that I can draw ponies. I lost with the ponies, I can't draw them. And here is a character that so reminds me of the guy from Yuri on Ice. Yuri! But the Russian Yuri. He really reminds me of Yuri. And I have quite a lot of demon OCs, so I think that's good. Here is a motorcycle. I stole one of my brother's miniature toys and I decided to sketch it. It looks like a bike at least. Here is Chris in another universe, I guess. This time she's a fairy and she has kind of cute outfit inspired by Tinkerbell, but she's way cooler fairy, like, you know what I mean? She has tattoos and cool dangly bracelets and all this stuff. She has flames on her wings as well. And here is, I don't know if the first time, no, he actually was born when I sketched him digitally, I think, but here is the first ever drawing of Ruby, and he is actually boyfriends with Stripe, if you remember Stripe from half an hour ago. This is Ruby, and this is his boyfriend. I love him so much, he's so cute. He's a little bunny boy. And he may look innocent and look really cute and dress feminine, and he's a boy, but he doesn't fool around. If he wants, he can kick your ass. And here's his little stuffed bunny toy. And here is Ruby's adopted brother. He's not his biological brother, but Ruby takes care of him because Nikki is also half animal, so he's the same as Ruby, and Ruby takes care of him because Nikki is a little child. Here is another thing that I was drawing in school, but it was, I think, later than this sketchbook, but I just stuck it in here. Here is a Pikachu. There's nothing on the inside. Here are some drawings of Stripe in this cooler, more detailed style or something. It's, maybe I should mention this, it's half of the year 2017, July again, so it's like a year later when I started this sketchbook. So here is Stripe, a bit colored because I wanted to color him. Another Crisp, again with really sharp wings, but I like her outfit, it looks kind of cool. And these shoes with spikes at the back. Here is some kind of a villain. Here is another sketch of Lucifer, but this time it's more detailed sketch of Lucifer. something like this. Oh, and here's Naruto, because everyone goes through Naruto phase. Here's Sasuke, Naruto. He's naked because I didn't want to draw his clothes. Sometimes I draw a character, but I'm too lazy to draw any clothes for them, so they just stay naked forever. So that's how Naruto ended up. And I even wrote out which episode I was on when I was drawing this piece. So I was on the episode 77 of the first season of Naruto. Oh, and here is a Naruto C, because we need these in life as well. Her name was Orchid, and she was supposed to be a daughter of Orochimaru and some other character, and she has a pet snake as well. Here is another OC, his name is Bennett. It's probably one of the first sketches of him. I really like him. Here is Crisp, but when she was a kid, I guess. Here is a page that I didn't know what to do with myself, I guess. And here is the time when I bought these cool colored pencils from Lidl, and I drew Jeff the Killer because this is somewhere around the time that I got into creepypastas a lot, so it was 2017, I was right. Oh, and here is a cute little sketch of Crispe, and you can see the colors right now. They used to have red hair, or orange, with stripe of black and red going through their hair at the front, on the fringe, and at the back. There's a brick that is falling on his head, and this is a character that looks really like Shikadai from Boruto, or even a little bit like Shikamaru from Naruto as well. This is chibi version of another OC of mine. Her name is Moon, and she's also this kind of hybrid with an animal tail and ears. I have a lot of these in my OC collection. Here is a blank page, but Ghost Rider was supposed to be here. And here's Ben and Jeff the Killer. These were my favorite creepypasta characters, and probably still are today. Here's Ben, here's Jeff. Ooh. This over here is a redraw of this edgy sketch of Taurus. So here is Taurus looking a bit more cute because he's drawn in a different kind of style, and he's colored with pencils. Until this day I really like how it looks, the colors. And I was drawing this quite a lot of time, like 4 days or something like this. And because Taurus came out looking this good, I was trying to do another character like this, but you shouldn't push your luck. It came out even worse than ugly. So here is another character that I was trying to create, I don't know. And this one reminds me of Sans. So we have a character that reminds me of Papyrus because of his outfit, and this one reminds me of Sans, like in human form, because of how he looks. I don't know why, he just reminds me of Sans. Here is some angel lady and little Crisp in the corner. Oh, and here is more of this idea, Summer Crisp. It was half of January, middle of January, and she was already thinking about summer. So I'm as well. I really don't like winter. So when it's winter, I already think about summer, or at least spring. And here is Crisp again, this time in her Soul Eater universe out. Here is her partner. Her name is Whisper, and she's also an important OC to me. She's also one of the first originals OC. And she has some crystal bending powers, and she can bend them to her need, and create parts of her body of this crystal, like these spikes over here on her arms and her legs are these crystals. Here is something that I drew on some loose paper, as you can see. He reminds me of Ren from Free, the shark thief boy, and here is some Jin or something like this, Genie, and two boys. He looks like Jeff the Killer. And here is Jacob. I recently drawn him in my latest sketchbook, and I love how he turned out there and how he looks over here as well. So here's Jacob, but I love him. He's my little vampire boy. He has actually a little bit of backstory, but he's not on the top shelf of my important characters. But his name is Puppy. He is some kind of farmer or something like this. He has sheep and a dog. So yes, that's that. Let's just put this over here. Portrait of Crisp. That's how I draw myself, basically. I was portraying myself as Crisp, so she was me to an extent. This looks really weird and a really awkward face expression. Here's some weird page. I was trying to figure out how the heck do you draw side profiles. And as you can tell, I probably didn't figure this out. These two look the most, especially this one looks the most like a side profile, but not there yet. And here's some weird Crisp that looks like a clown for some reason. Here's Deidara from Naruto. And this weird ass bird thing that he created with his clay. I tried to draw it from memory, but I don't remember how it looked like, and I didn't want to look that up, so that's how it stays. And over here I wrote Deidara in with these square things, but I missed one space, and that's because over here this D isn't full rectangle. So here's Deidara. I think there's still so much. This is Lucy. Another one of my OCs. I did draw her recently in one of my recent sketchbooks. Here's Lucy. And here is her brother. His name right now is Sean. As you can see, he went through different names. First he was Emil, then he was Mark, but then I settled for Sean. Because Emil is the name of the other OC of mine, and I thought that the name stuck with him way better than with Sean, so he's Sean right now. So here's Sean, and his nickname is Frank because he has scars that needed to be kind of sewn or something like this. So Frankenstein. Here's some weird sketch of Crisp. This time it's colored with pencils. Here's another weird page. I tended to do a lot of them, as you can probably see. And this one over here is Grell from Kuroshitsuji, but I didn't draw this with Grell in mind, and she looks like Flora from Wings. Here is Moon again, the one that I've drawn with GB form first, and this is her normal looking form. Yeah, she is really pretty. I like how he looks. I like how she looks. Ooh, here's the drawing of Emir. Emir is not another of my demon OCs or evil spirits, but he's not actually evil. He's mischievous, but he isn't evil. He likes to prank people. Here I was trying to make an OC that I have into a creepypasta character, or at least a character that was inspired by creepypasta. She has a bit different color scheme than the real character I was basing her on. Her name is Angel. This creepypasta character has a mask, is like sewn all over. Stitches. Oh, stitches! Stitched. And here is the real Angel. Angel with a shotgun. But she's actually a sniper. And she has this red thing at the base of her wings because I thought up a plot that when an angel kills someone, their wings start to bleed or something like this, and they slowly become red, like they dye the feathers permanently red. So it's the sign for other angels that she's a killer or something like this. And here is another bigger piece of the creepypasta angel. I liked how the color turned out on her hair. And we're actually getting closer to the end of the sketchbook. This is a small crisp when she was like 13. And this is her boyfriend, which at the time was her best friend. His name is Sebastian and he's 16 at this sketch. Oh, this is in 2018. We're getting to the territory of 2018, but anyway, she's named Molly, his name is Raven or something like this, and they are kind of birds, people that can turn into birds. But I draw them once and didn't do much with them since then, so. And here is the last, it's the last page. And on the last page, there's Nick. He's the king of demons. So I have Lucifer, who is a prince of hell, and Nick is based in other universe than Lucifer, but he is a king of demons. So here is his human form, and here is his demon form, and he doesn't like being a demon king because there was some stuff that happened and he forgot that he was a demon, especially a demon king. So he was living his best life on earth as a real human. He had friends, but then he discovered that he's actually a demon king, and his life turned 180 degrees and he was so miserable. But yeah, it's the last page. Here was my first ever sketchbook tour with my first ever legit sketchbook. I hope someone enjoyed this video. I don't know what to say. Thank you for watching. If someone watched it, I'm yeah. Bye.